Hey, it's Tom from Pinelands Nursery, and I'm back with another nursery walk. We're getting to the middle, almost the end of November, so I want to show off a little bit more fall color. Here is our gray birch. This is Betula papifolia. We have them here in a number 3 container, and they're starting to drop their leaves a little bit, but you can just see what a brilliant yellow this is. When you're coming in the main entrance of the nursery, this is probably 5 or 6 greenhouses in, and you can just see these things pop. It's really cool going by, even at like 5-10 miles an hour, and just seeing all the changes of color from greenhouse to greenhouse. But these are looking super beautiful right now. They're really healthy. They're good height for that container. So this is something that we're hoping to move a lot of coming into this next year. And actually, I think a bunch of these are already sold for projects going into next year already. It's just a beautiful plant this time of year, but we've got a bunch of stuff that I want to show you today because there is, like I said, it's mid-November and stuff is really turning fall color in the nursery, and it is pretty cool seeing that much variety in color in such a close proximity of space. So let's move along. I just saw something that was almost too artistic not to share, and this is one of our Spartina alterniflora wet frame houses. So you can see the frames here. We're actually starting to change out the plastic in a lot of these frames and repair where they need repairs. But from a distance, just walking through, or walking by this house, you can see all these spider webs. And I was hoping they'd really come out on video really well, but this place is just like full. You can kind of see that mist at the top of the plants. That's all spider webs. So we have all kinds of spiders that are just making a home in here, and have like almost made like a netting of webbing across the top of these plants. It's amazing. And we have probably 10 greenhouses that are like this right now. Ooh, this looks like the hot zone. Look at all those spiders. It's like almost, the web is almost like a balloon off the top of these plants. That's incredible. So plants look good too, but yeah, just something interesting. I was just passing by and just thought I'd add that to the video. So here's one of our native roses, and this is a Rosa palustris, or swamp rose. And you can just see, I'm gonna tuck down out of the wind a little more. You can see all the diversity in fall color this has, with yellows over here. Right here is super, super red. Got a little orange just there. There's one, well, some aren't quite changing color yet. And some of these, if I can find it, some of it was like super bright red. Maybe this is what I was looking at. It's a lot brighter red than some of the other ones, but a lot of diversity in the fall color of these roses. And these are some of our native roses. It's not that rose that you think of when you're in the English rose garden, not that kind of rose. But check out the thorns on these guys. They will hurt you, especially when you're moving these plants without gloves. But they do get a nice, small, compact flower. Forms a little bit of a low shrub, maybe 4 to 6 feet tall. But just really cool plants. But like I said, not one that you want to move around the nursery a lot. These are something that you want to set down, and then you don't touch them again until you ship them, because they are not fun when you're rubbing your arms against all those thorns on the stems. But another really unique, beautiful plant, and something I hadn't really noticed the fall color of before, but saw it and figured I'd stop to show you. So in my last video, I showed the tubelings of this plant, and now I'm going to show you the number two container of this plant. This is Quercus palustris, or pin oak, and it's one of my favorite oak species just because of the shape. It's got a really, really just proper looking oak shape, in my opinion. But maybe it's not the best reason for it to be one of my favorites, and I guess another reason is that really beautiful fall color with that deep red in this block. So another cool looking plant. That's a really nice looking color leaf too, a little bit different than a lot of the rest of this block, where it's that deep, almost purplish color. So what else can we find today? So here's something else that I didn't really think about when it came to fall color. And a lot of these have actually dropped their leaves already. And I'll give you a moment. I'll zoom in on some of these leaves and let you guess. Okay, this is Roos Aromatica, or a fragrant sumac, and you can just see some of the unique fall color of this plant too, and how there's a little bit of diversity in the different fall colors. A lot of that coming because of us collecting from seed, and so we have a lot of genetic diversity, so they're going to phenotypically display a little bit differently than each other. But you can see there's some brilliant reds in there, some yellows, again this like dustier looking red, a little bit more yellow over here. Just a really unique fall color plant that I hadn't really noticed until, again, I was just walking by. So I'll probably wrap it up there. I don't want to talk about too many different plants. I'll run out if I go too far before the start of spring, when I can start talking about cool looking plants again. But fall is an awesome time, not just to be in the nursery industry, but also to plant. We're getting towards the end of the planting season now. It's going to start getting really cold, and once you have some frost, you don't want to plant. But fall can be a great time to plant because things are starting to go dormant, and they'll really take off that next year, especially if you get stuff in early in the fall. They'll even grow a little bit in September and October, and then take off that next year. But it's fun showing off the nursery, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave this video a like, comment on other stuff that you want to see us talk about. As we're going into the winter, I'm trying to come up with new ideas. It can get what seems a little boring around here, but there's always stuff going on with actual nursery practices, so I'll probably get into that a little bit more. Hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you next time.